that they've done this week is they've rallied the last couple of games in the last inning, and so they've shown some real character.
Well, a mark of a champion and winning the one-run games. But the biggest thing, as many will tell you, is their aggressive bats. They'll take their cuts no matter when in the count they are.
This team as a team is hitting well over 300, huh?
Very potent, and they can put up runs very quickly.
Now, Aiea, this is a nicely blended team, isn't it?
It is very. I think they're virtually the most complete team in the OIA in the sense that they have very good pitching. Their pitchers are consistent. They have a very solid defense. They also have a high fielding percentage. And also they have very good team speed. They'll bunt and run, hit and run. They'll use their speed to generate runs.
And I know another thing that has impressed you is that they've got some real leadership on the field.
Oh, most definitely. Right at the core of the infield is shortstop Jonathan Sakurai is the team leader, field general, and Aaron Asher, catcher.
Okay, we've got the starting lineups coming up and championship baseball on the way from Mililani, Kailua, and Aiea right here on OC 16.
Use your Kupaa card at Panda Travel and get 1,000 bonus miles when you purchase inter-island or mainland round-trip tickets on Hawaiian Airlines. Make your next stop at Zippy's on Mondays and Tuesdays during breakfast hours. Buy one ham or Portuguese sausage omelet with rice plate, get one free. It's 10% off Aloha Airlines excursion fares on Trans-Pacific and inter-island flights. Get a free 32-ounce fountain drink when you buy a tuna, egg, or chicken salad sandwich at any participating Island Mini Mart location. In the month of May, you can go online at oceanic.com to enter to win an extreme party package worth $2,500.
With hands jammed at lightning speed, few in Hawaii can touch Jake Shimabukuro. And for insanely fast speed on the internet, millions jam with Roadrunner High Speed Online. Pick from thousands of music tracks with Roadrunner. Download up to 50 times faster than dial-up. Exceed your speed with Roadrunner High Speed Online.
For a limited time, get Roadrunner for only $22.50 a month. Call 643-BEEP and order today.
Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Pizza Hut, your Kama'aina Pizza Hut. And by Roadrunner High Speed Online. And by Zippy's. Next stop, Zippy's. And welcome back to Mililani High School, where we're ready to play ball here on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon. And let's set you defensively as Na'ali'i of Aiea out on the field. There is Kepa Wong at first base, Taylor Watanabe at second, Jonathan Sakurai at shortstop, Jordan Shibata at third base. Left field, Kai'u Vailani, Chase Kai'u Vailani in left, Libadisos in center, Tajiri in right field. Aaron Asher is your catcher, and the pitcher Nelson Howe. And there's his numbers. ERA 4.11. And this is a real battle of attrition here after playing all these games, Joe Tom Jr.
Yes, it is. A lot of tough games in this tournament.
So at this point, you know, how tired is that pitching staff of both of these teams?
Well, each team threw a lot of pitchers. Aiea is very pitching deep. I think they have maybe more in numbers, but Kailua has quite a few throwers themselves, too.
Got to be a huge advantage in a tournament situation like this. Our umpiring crew, Alan Kimoto calling the balls and strikes, Mark Maddox at second base, Ed Ueda is at first base, and Ron Yamanouchi is umpiring at third base. Spacious ballpark here, 324 down the lines, and 390 to center field. Aiea head coach Ryan Kato, third year, 12-0 this year.
He's done a very good job, he and his staff. Wind seems to have died down just as we're getting ready to start.
A little breezy.
It's going to take this field is spacious. It's going to take a good whack to get it out of here.
There's Nelson Howe. 5'11", 175-pound senior. And we are set to play ball. And first up, Michael Kailua for Kailua. This is a team that has scored a lot of runs. This is a team, Corey Ashigo's ball club, 11-1 this year, 3-time defending OIA champs, 2001 state championship team. They have come from behind in very dramatic fashion to win both their quarterfinal and semifinal games to advance. And here is Michael Kailua, the shortstop, to lead it off. And Howe delivers a strike on the outside corner.
Well, that's Aia's forte. The pitchers like to get ahead in the count.
Work quickly, throw strikes. Here's the pitch. Well, that didn't miss by much.
Not much. They have so much confidence in their defense. They're going to make you, hit the ball and beat them.
You'll see some real gaudy batting averages on the Kailua team. 432. Double, a couple of triples. Here's the pitch. A little bit outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now goes back to work. Swing and a bouncing ball. Big chop for the second baseman. Throw over to first base, and Taylor Watanabe, the second baseman, throws out Michael Kailua, and we are underway.
Yeah, Jack, on this replay, pitcher comes right down the outside corner. Batter just kind of stuck his bat out there.
That looks like a hard infield.
It's a good plane infield, pretty quick.
Looks like a very good surface. Grass is cut very short.
Mililani staff and the community has done a great job.
Koasua Brown, left fielder. It's a one-hopper snag by the shortstop Sakurai, and he throws him out. Nice play by Johnny Sakurai at shortstop.
That was a great play. Jackie had some great footwork on this. This is a line drive just to his left. As you see here on the delivery from Howell. Good line drive. And he, takes a step back, gets a good bounce, doesn't panic at all. Just throws it right in there. First baseman just gets a good one bounce.
2 up, 2 away. Jordan Montgomery takes a strike at the letters. Jordan, a third baseman, 385 hitter on the regular season. And the pitch from Howe. That one's low. If you get a chance over the course of the game, look at the shoes of Kailua's team. They've spray painted them silver.
I remember that back in 2000 in the States when we were in Maui and everybody turned up.
And the next one swung on and missed. Had a little tail to it.
Great. I think that was a very good slider on the outside.
Watch the movement on this pitch.
I don't think the fans can see it as well as we can here behind the plate, but that ball cut off the corner very sharply.
1-2. Tried the next pitch and tried to expand the strike zone, and Montgomery was not nibbling at that.
It was either a cut fastball or a slider. That thing did have a little tail on it.
Is there much of a difference between a cut fastball and a slider?
Not much.
Pitch way outside that time.
That one just plainly got away.
And the count is full, 3-2.
As you see how he comes across his body, finishes up by his waist to the side. The ball just shot right outside there. He's got to come right over his front leg, right to the plate.
3-2 pitch. Swing, fly ball, right behind second, grabbed by the shortstop Sakurai, and that does it for Kailua. 1-2-3 here in the top of the first inning. Nothing across, so Howe has an impressive first with some good fielding help, and we go to the bottom of the first, and we are scoreless.
you have digital cable and this remote, you'll want to watch the Road to Fame High School Championships presented by Pricebusters. On Monday at 8 p.m., we'll feature 9 competitors, and you will select the 3 who will advance to the finals. Just push the A, B, or C color buttons on your digital remote. The results will be announced live at the end of the show, so watch and cast your vote. If you have yet to get digital, you can still watch to see if you agree with Hawaii's voting audience. It's Monday night at 8 p.m. only on OC16.
And we are back, and let's set up Kailua defensively as they take the field here in the bottom half of the first inning. Ryan Rodriguez at first base, Sean Sasaki at second, Kailua at short, Montgomery at third. Outfield, Sua Brown, Teixeira, Vickery, and Mailau. And the catcher, Sean Medeiros, the pitcher, Christopher Mahelona. There's Christopher. 30 innings of work, and there's an earned run average that'll catch your attention. 1/3 of a run per 9 innings of work. 30 strikeouts in 30 innings. Those are some very impressive numbers.
He's the workhorse of the staff.
Mahelona, just a junior, 6 foot, 165 pounds. He is trying to give Kailua a baseball softball OIA championship sweep. Here, Courtney Kessel pitched the girls softball team to not only a OIA title, but to a state title.
Wouldn't that be something?
So the top of the batting order for Na'ali'i Taylor Watanabe, the second baseman, Dylan Livadisos in center, and then Kepa Wong, the first baseman. And the first pitch, some good late movement on that first pitch is a strike.
Yeah, Jack, both pitches are coming right at the batters. I'm going to tail a little bit.
Here's the next pitch. Tried to catch the outside corner a little bit low. Taylor's got a little war paint on there, doesn't he?
Quite a few of them.
Here's the pitch. Had a pitch to hit right over the middle, and he took a hack. Couldn't quite catch up to it. There's that last pitch. Ooh, caught the catcher.
Oh,
Ow.
boy. So that ball had some good movement, and batter got jammed. Didn't quite get his extension.
Sean Medeiros will feel that for a while. Pitch. Little looper, right field. Right fielder charging. Mailau makes a diving attempt and can't get to it, and racing into second base with a 2-base hit.
I'll tell you, Jack, that was a great effort by Mailau, but big thing is look where the runner is. Speed can kill.
So you play that for a single and keep him at first base, right?
One thing that every young player, defensively, first of all, what a great effort. It's hard luck he missed the ball, but what every young player should notice is that you run hard at the crack of the bat. Player ran hard for the hit, and he's on second base standing up.
Goes for a double, and here is Livadisos, who will try to move that runner along at the very least. Ball 1.
So that's a very good pitch from Mahelona, and the ball actually kind of shanked off to the side down the right field line.
Livadisos, 382 hitter. Which is second only to Kepa Wong. Or check that. Aaron Asher also has a batting average in the 380s. A ball and 1 strike to Dylan Livadisos. Mahelona. There's a bunt attempt, and it is foul.
You know, Jack, customarily, you have, top of the order, bottom they might bunt, but Aiea will bunt anywhere in the lineup. Very similar to mid-pack, very unselfish. They put it down to move the runners up. He just missed that bunt.
I think that hit right at his feet. A ball and 2 strikes. Mahelona looks, jams him, swung on, fouled back. Kepa Wong is on deck. This school, Aiea, has a long and proud tradition in baseball. Swung on and fouled back. Was the dominant team maybe in the state back in the 70s. Of course, produced a lot of great players.
He won quite a few titles in the early to mid 70s.
Looking for their first OIA title in about 10 years. Swing and a bouncing ball foul third base side.
I believe that we lost to them in '94. In the semifinals, they went on to win the OIA in 1994.
And you're talking about Castle High School now, right?
Yes. Yeah, Aiea beat us and 4-1.
And who pitched for them?
Oh, right-hander. I'm trying to think. Good curveballer.
Now, Derek Tatsuno came, what, about...
around 76 or so. 75, 76.
Wait a minute, no. Tatsuno had to have been around that era. Here's the pitch. Ooh, took the breaking ball, and it didn't miss by much.
Not much at all.
Took a lot of nerve. Watch it.
Just tailed in a little bit. Just missed by a little.
Machelona. Inside. Twists out of the way.
You know, I'm surprised he didn't get beamed. I bet you Ryan is thinking, stay in there.
Well, it almost looked like he was ready to take one for the team there, didn't it?
Right, and it missed.
But he was kind of turning away the way you teach it to have the ball glance off the field. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Back off to the right. Runner at second, nobody out. Bottom of the first, no score.
You know, Jack, that's the 13th pitch in this sequence. And I tell you, this, whether he gets a hit or not, this is a very effective at bat. Early in the game, he's taking a lot of pitches out of Mahilona's arm.
Here's the pitch. Strike three. Went through it, but as you say, that's an effective at bat.
Very effective. Nice.
The value of that bat may show up in the 5th or 6th inning.
Right. Here's Mahilona. That swing, you see the head from a different angle. You see the batter's head just pull out a little bit. Didn't quite look at it all the way. Good low fastball.
Kepa Wong. Got some gaudy numbers offensively. Takes a strike. 460. Leads the team. Home runs, RBIs with 14. Meanwhile, the runner at second base, Watanabe, hoping to be chased home. And here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Runner going to third. He's out on a great peg by Sean Medeiros, the catcher.
Well, it's a real close play there at third.
Nice one, Sean.
Catcher came up firing. Here on the pitch. Catcher comes up there. Good fire and boom, good a fast hard tag.
Ooh, very close. Replay shows how close that was.
That's on slow motion. Oh boy, looks like the foot was in there. You know, it's a real bang bang play, but in slow motion, looked like the foot might have been in there.
Kind of an old baseball axiom if the ball arrives before the runner.
I think
they get the call. Swing and a bouncing ball left side. Third baseman cuts it off. Montgomery throws the first in time. And that retires the side. No runs a hit. Nobody left on. We played one inning of the championship game in the OIA. We are scoreless.
Proceeding for Aiea. No runs on 1 hit.
Over the years, the Trophy House has provided the winning look for teams, individuals, and any kind of organization or event that needs that special touch. Call the Trophy House for something as simple as a ribbon or as impressive as a Koa Bowl, plaque, or trophy using their state-of-the-art computerized laser engraving system. The Trophy House at 1301 South King Street, across from the First Hawaiian Bank Building. Call 596-0455. The Trophy House.
School spirit.
Welcome Welcome to Aiea High School, home of Na'ali'i. I'm Michelle Rivera. Honored as one of the best clubs in the state, the Aiea Leo Club receives recognition for their outstanding commitment to serve. Our members are devoted to helping those in need. The Aiea Leos pledge to volunteer for the betterment of the community, state, and country. Here at Aiea High School, we have school spirit and
personal pride.
School Spirit Personal Pride is brought to you by your Kama'aina Pizza Hut.
Corey Ashigo looking for a four-peat here.
After these four-peats, and you look at the scores, they scored a lot of runs. One thing in his tenure is they hit, they play tough, and they've won the big ones.
And yes, they're a good tournament team.
It's a credit, yeah, very much. A credit to him and his staff. A lot of times they may start out slowly in the preseason. They work a lot of players, but at the end, when they got their virtual lineup set, they've done real well.
Beat Roosevelt last year. Their only loss this year was to Roosevelt.
I believe Kaini Mee pitched a great game.
Struck out something like 14.
I believe so.
Bronson Ho, a designated hitter to start it off for Kailua, puts a charging one in center field, breaking back, and now in is Libadisos. And he'll grab it, one down.
Exactly, that's what you like to see as a coach. You know, one pitch, one out. The batter was a little tentative because I seen Bronson, hit some hard shots. Kind of a little tentative on this, and
didn't quite get all of it. Looked like it hit the end of the bat.
Yeah. And here we have just a routine fly ball in shallow center. Check that face paint.
Yeah. They look like men of war. They're ready for action. Cody Teixeira Vickery.
There's one boy that has the words fire on his face. Cody's a very aggressive batter. Throughout his career, he's been hit for high average, hit with power. And as you can see, first pitch, he went after it.
There's very little question who he is. Check the arms.
Well, that's a nice job.
Teixeira on one arm. Yeah, and the other arm says Vickery. Okay, there it is. He's been a part of this program for a couple of years. Pitch outside. Teixeira Vickery, a 400 hitter during the regular season.
I believe this year he hasn't had as many at-bats as others. He was injured for a little while, but came back real strong to help his team.
20 at-bats during the regular season. Swung on and fouled back.
This is one batter you don't want to make a mistake on. He'll drive the ball.
He's a senior.
You know, now that you mention it, that name's on his arm. Great job. I don't know who did it, but it's a great job.
A ball and 2 strikes. Nelson Howe delivers. Swung on and missed. Painted the outside corner, and he got him first strikeout for Howe.
That's one of the ways, as you can see in the replay, you can be effective against a hard swinging team is they got that, slider right there. Actually, a good hard fastball off the plate. But you need to get ahead so you can expand the zone.
Howe's retired all 5 hitters he has faced. His earned run average among the higher earned run averages on the team. Over 4 runs a game. He's looked sharp thus far.
That's kind of unusual. You haven't seen too many teams score 4 runs on Aiea. Not in this tournament anyway. I believe they haven't given up a run the last 2 games.
Sean Sasaki swings through it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down.
I'm very impressed with both pitchers mixing it up. This was a off-speed curveball. Get it down, blown away, and then hey, that's unhittable.
Pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out.
Great job.
3 up, 3 down here in the 2nd inning. as Howe has looked sharp here in the early going. We're scoreless in the middle of the second. Aiea and Kailua.
Maybe the reason so many employers choose Hawaii Dental Service is as simple as a smile. After all, HDS has complete dental plans providing subscribers with the largest selection of dentists and service based on caring aloha. Hawaii Dental Service.
Because Hawaii loves to smile.
Do all the things you want and never miss your favorite shows. Time Warner Cable introduces digital video recording.
Freedom to watch what we want.
Whatever we want.
With the touch of a button and the on-screen guide, watch one show and record another at the same time.
Or record 2 different shows at once.
Digital video recorder and digital cable, now together. Time Warner Cable.
On our time.
The very best in TV keeps getting better.
Call Oceanic Time Warner Cable to order.
We were talking earlier about Kailua's 9 lives. They've had to rally a couple of times to make it this far, and they were in jeopardy of not even making it to the state tournament, not making it to the Final Four of the OIA. Look at it in the quarterfinals, scoring 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th to beat Pearl City. In that game, they had a 4-run lead late in the game that they allowed Pearl City back into the game and then had to rally to win. And then in the semifinals, had to score 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th to beat Waianae.
That Pearl City game, I believe they had 1 out or so, but they had 2 walks, a bean, and then they walked 1 run in or something, and then they got the winning run on a hit. Same thing yesterday.
It's amazing when you get a program rolling like Corey Ashigo has Kailua. You expect to win those games. You find a way to win those games.
I'm sure that he has him in that train of thought.
Aaron Asher, the catcher. You were talking about when we opened up the broadcast, one of the leaders of this team.
Oh, by far. He's only a junior. Shows a lot of maturity, and this boy has a D1 arm on him. And I believe he went to the Fall Classic in November with Team Hawaii. Showed very well. Impressed a lot of people.
Here's the pitch from Mahelona outside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Before they thought, catchers, they have so much responsibility. They don't hit much, but not today. Throws, Piazza hits well, Pudge. This guy has hits close to 400 himself.
387, he bunts, pops it up, diving attempt, and he can't come up with it. Great try by Sean Medeiros, the catcher.
Great effort. A lot of teams won't expect this. Howell comes in there, and next thing you know, here you got a guy in the meat of the lineup going for a drag bunt. And here we go with great effort. Just missed the glove.
Great camera work by the OC-16 crew. Mahelona. Asher will be followed by Tajiri, the right fielder, and Justin Ni'i, the designated hitter. 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Check swing. The appeal, and first base umpire says, nope, didn't go around. That's Eddie Ueda at first base umpiring.
Here we have a different look.
Check it from this angle.
Good call.
Yep, good call.
Good call. Did not pass the plate, did not break his wrist. Ooh, that ball
very
got away.
High, ball 4.
Yeah, that ball got away from Mahelona. He's been under control up till now. And 1 pitch got away.
First base on balls by Mahelona.
Right to
You see at the point of release, he just released it a little bit too high. And we have a courtesy runner there at first base for Asher. Yeah, I believe it's number 18.
Number 18 is Aaron Sato.
Ooh, just missed.
Bryson Tajiri is the next hitter. There's his numbers.
On TV, these outline numbers look pretty basic, but here in the bright sun, it's hard to see far away.
Bouncing ball, base hit right field. Nice job hitting behind the runner. Oh, the right fielder juggles a moment, but the runners will hold their positions at first and second. A single to right field by Tajiri.
Yeah, Tajiri has been a big asset. Right there, just takes the pitch, hits it right to the 4-hole. You almost think of it as that great bat control is like a hit and run, but it wasn't.
As a matter of fact, he had to hold up to make sure that he wasn't hit by the ball. And of course, if the base runner is hit by the ball, he is out.
Runner did a great job of avoiding it. Tajiri, like I said, is a great hitter. I believe he came over from mid-pack.
Na'ali'i have a threat going here. 2 on, nobody out, and here's a bunt. The catcher's got it, throws to third, out, throw to first, double play, spectacular double play.
Great job.
Boy, you don't see that very often.
Not a 2 to 5 to 3, rarely. I think on this bunt, the batter, just tips it. It barely goes in front of the plate. Catcher doesn't hesitate, and he has a great arm. Guns it to third, and boom, over the first.
Wow, we got him by a couple of steps at first base too. Well, that play, Medeiros was like a cat.
Boy, did he go after it. The one positive thing for Aiea, I guess you could say, at least they have a runner in scoring position. But I tell you, we'll see if Kailua can dodge this bullet right here.
Great execution by Kailua. Chase Kaiuvailani, 206 hitter. And the pitch. Painted the inside corner at the knees. Good late movement there.
It's tough to get slider on the inside corner. Both pitchers have good movement so far, and as I mentioned, I like how they're mixing it up.
Swing and a foul back, and he's quickly behind in the count. 0-2. Kaiuvailani, the right fielder, knocked in a couple of runs with a single against the Rough Riders of Roosevelt in the semifinals. Mahelona looks, checks again. That is low.
If you're getting a shot at this batter's face, I believe this is the boy that has the fire written on his face. There you go.
Fire, yeah. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3.
Boy, did he know it. He's out of here. He's sprinting to his position.
Mahelona pitches out of trouble with the help of some great defense. First 2 runners reach, but that's as far as they go. No runs, a hit, and a man left. After 2, we are scoreless.
Hard to top pizza, it's Big New Yorker Pizza. It's just tough to top this enormous 16-inch pizza with a New York-style crust. But we've found a way to do it, because now Pizza Hut is topping it off with a free topping. So get the Big New Yorker cheese pizza for just $9.99 and choose your topping free of charge. The Big New Yorker Pizza has 8 huge foldable slices, so you and the whole gang can get your fill without paying a big bill. The Big New Yorker cheese pizza with a free topping, only from Pizza Hut, Hawaii's favorite pizza.
MyTV. It's the cool club for young adults ages 13 through 20. And now MyTV brings you discounts from these great sponsors. If you've got a big-time thirst, come into 7-Eleven. Buy one 28-ounce Super Slurpee Strata and get one free. And make your next stop Zippies. Show your MyTV card and get 10% off the entire dine-in or take-out menu. And hey, if you're not already a MyTV member, what are you waiting for? Sign up today by calling 625-8100.
Let's take another look at that double play.
Yep. Batter had his bat a little bit too close to his body, barely touched it, and boy, the defense just used their athletic ability. Bam. Catcher jumps on it, gun to third, and third baseman guns it to first.
Well, those were a couple of perfect throws, too.
Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, executed just perfect.
There's part of the sun-drenched crowd here in Mililani. A lot of folks sitting over the right field wall where there's a great line of trees that everybody.
Oh, it's a beautiful scene.
Yeah.
There. Maybe we can get a shot of it later on. Yeah, the perfect seats up high, shady, nice breeze.
Bleachers bums. We won't call them bums. Bouncing ball, left side, tough play. Shortstop, guns to first. Got him. Kailua with a nice throw. Planted, got rid of the ball in a hurry. It throws out Jordan Shibata.
I believe that was Sakurai. And shortstop for Aiea.
Oh, check that. I'm sorry. He threw out Madero's. See, you gotta flip your scorecard here, otherwise you're behind all day. Ryan Rodriguez. It's a high pop fly foul.
Might be into the football stadium.
That was really cool.
That last play showed Sakurai's great lateral movement. He got over there, got his leg on him, good balance, and fired that ball over the first. A lot of kids have a hard time going to the right and gathering themselves.
Ryan Rodriguez, the first baseman. There's a good look at Ryan. Nelson Howe to work an economical delivery. And
that might have been a check swing, but let me tell you, Alan came over behind the plate, called it right away, and I believe the first base umpire, Ed, pumped him too without even a feel.
0-2 pitch. Swing, half up, behind home plate. Catcher Asher will put it away.
I tell you, he made it look so smooth. One important thing about that is when he went for the ball, notice how he held onto his mask, and when he's ready and under it, tosses it away. That way you don't step on it.
There you
break
go.
An ankle. That's just, basic fundamentals right there of the game.
Either that or really heave it. You got to get rid of it.
But if a catcher ever falls on his mask, and I've seen it a couple of times, even in college once, boy, did they get ragged.
Number 9 hitter, Derek Milau. Nelson Howe has retired the first 8 hitters that he has faced. The 1-ball pitch, ball 2 outside.
That was a good camera angle right there. I believe, again, coming across his body, the ball just shot, outside there.
Here's the pitch. They called strike.
I just love that pitch. I mean, it's a pitcher's pitch right there. That ball's just shooting out there, cutting just off the corner. And, if you hit it, I don't think you hit it too effectively. There we go.
Strike 2. Yeah.
Boom. This last strike, boom. Watch it just paint the corner. Boom. Great job there by the catcher. Line umpire to get a full view.
2-2 misses badly, and the count goes full at 3-2. Kailua has yet to have a base run. Full count pitch. He walked him. Kailua has a runner aboard with 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Top of the batting order, Michael Kailua. Now we'll try to move him along.
And Jack, it's like those free throws in basketball. The guy shoots about 70, 80, whatever the other year, a few years back, and he hasn't missed one all year. Boom, misses one. And all of a sudden, they have their first base runner. But I thought it took discipline to lay off that pitch. Well, it didn't miss by much.
Kailua bounced to second base to start things off in the first. Ball outside.
One thing you don't want to do at Kailua is to fall behind the count and you're forced to come in on the plate because they'll make you pay for it. Over the years, they've made people pay for it.
Howe averages about 4 walks a game. Pitch, runner going. Throw down, not in time. Stolen base. Milau steals second.
That was clearly, first you want to steal off the pitcher. When he took off, that ball is still, the pitcher took a long time to deliver the ball. Asher gets rid of the ball real quick, just as good as anybody in the state. But as a pitcher, you got to give the catcher a chance. You got to hold that runner on. Don't let him get the big jump.
It's the 4th steal this year for Milau. big part of that Kailua football program, too.
Yeah, a lot of these athletes at Kailua here are, dual athletes.
2-1 pitch. Hit between third and short, base hit. Mailau will be held up at third. As the left fielder, Kahuvailani hustles the ball in first and third with 2 down.
Mailau has very good speed, does a nice hit through the 6-hole, as we're going to see here on the replay. But, it's hit firm enough that here comes the left fielder, plays it very well and aggressively, comes up. I tell you, that would have been a great throw to home.
Koa Sewer-Brown with, you got some top hitters coming up here, and Corey Ishigo doesn't want to run his team out of, and this is a team that can score in bunches. Pitch outside.
And if he doesn't watch out with that big leg kick, they may steal on him too again. Then one hit may, turn into a double bonus there.
Kailua, a couple of stolen bases on the year. He's at first, edging away. Howe steps off, looks at third and then first.
Jack, I don't know if you can see it on the monitor, but see his pants? It's under his shoes.
Pitch. Yeah.
They're pulled under his shoes.
There you go.
I guess held on by the cleat. And I don't know how safe that is, but I remember seeing that the other year also. I mean, I don't know if it's a superstitious thing or what.
Just setting a style, setting a trend. 1-1 pitch. Tried to go to right field, and that one will be well fouled. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 down. Runners at the corners. First real threat by Kailua. Howe retired the first 8 hitters, and now with 2 out in the third, a walk and a single that put runners at the corners.
I think Aiea might have got a little lucky on that. Batter, I believe, fished for a ball that was out of the strike zone on that. He didn't really take a healthy cut at it.
Sewer-Brown, look out. Throw over to first base, and a good job by Kepa Wong to dig it out. That could have been disastrous.
Oh, yes. I think if that ball had gotten through, you're looking at the 1 run and possibly the runner moving to third.
The 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. Sewer-Brown waits. Lofts it in the air, short center. This could drop, and it does. A base hit, and a run is in. Scoring from third is Malau, and it's 1-0 Kailua. Stopping at second is Kailua. Sewer-Brown has opened the scoring with a single to center field.
At 2 strikes, you're just trying to put the bat on the ball, and here we got Sewer just staying right in there, going with it, and I tell you, just put it right between all 3 guys. Hard thing to do, but effective. I tell you, when you can draw first blood like this, it's real important.
Now Jordan Montgomery, the third baseman, made that outstanding relay throw to complete the double play in the top half of in the last half inning. Pitch outside. 1-0 Kailua.
We talked about the speed. Both teams, we said, team speed, and I tell you, it didn't look like much. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Guy gets on base, and all of a sudden, boom! He takes second base, another hit, and that's how you can generate things real fast. Like quite a few coaches say, Corey might not be that fancy about things. They come to the park, they come to play, bam,
1 ball, 1 strike. Here it comes. Go outside. How, when he was working from the full wind, looked more comfortable.
Right now,
that's not unusual for a lot of pitchers.
Could be
too.
Out of the stretch. I'm not sure. I would think that with his experience, he's not worrying about the runners, but he's been having a hard time with that slider or cut ball to the outside. It's just, giving Asher a hard time back there, but he's picking them all up behind the plate.
Montgomery popped to short behind second base to end the first inning, his first time up. Has a chance here to knock in another run. Runner at second base, Kailua. Sewer-Brown, the runner at first. 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. Laid off of ball 3. Nelson Howe has run into a little bit of difficulty here in the third inning.
I agree with you. Since that runner has gotten on base, pitching out of the stretch, he seems to be standing a little taller. I'm not sure, but a lot of balls wide coming across his body.
Next pitch. Runners going, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. This is so vintage Kailua.
And
this is a big inning team.
Yep, it is. And I'll tell you, they can make one big inning very big. Right here, the ball is just tailing away and way off the plate.
Now they got their cleanup man up there with the bases loaded. So Ho hit the ball pretty good his first time up, line to center field.
We can't afford to walk anybody here. He's got to come in, and he's a big boy.
Here's the pitch. Oh, he didn't miss by much, ball 1.
And Jack, the wind is blowing in, and those outfielders are still quite deep.
He stands on it. He looks menacing. The pitch, swing, and a bouncing ball to first. Wong will take it himself to retire the side.
Boy, I tell you, great job.
It could have been much worse.
It could have been much worse.
1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, 3 men left. Kailua has struck first in this title game.
When good times call for a decorated cake, the cake artist at Napoleon's Bakery will custom create a unique masterpiece. Whatever the occasion, Napoleon's Bakery makes the cake, and the cake artist makes the difference.
Sending your team to the Nationals? And you gotta raise funds? Zippy's Benefit Chili is a proven winner. And now you can earn more than ever.
Watch.
And listen!
And win a trip to Las Vegas. Watch OC16 from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Las Vegas Clue of the Day. Then tune in to Billy V, Lena Girl, and Pee-Pee on KCCN FM 100 the next morning at 8:05 to win a trip, baby, to Las Vegas. Stay at the Excalibur Hotel and Casino for worry-free vacations and non-stop travel. Thank you, baby. Thank you very much.
So make sure you watch, listen, with KCCN FM 100
and OC16.
Okay, Sammy, can I go? Oh, sorry.
Sports People Hawaii. Sports People Hawaii is something that we've captured that television somehow got away from.
It really brings these kids and their stories and their triumphs really to life.
Because we know the stories, and you know, you can't do a complete story here locally if you don't know the local history.
People Hawaii nightly at 9 o'clock during the week, right here on OC16.
Do we have 2/3 of that group here?
Yeah. There's some people I recognize. It's looming large in the background is our own John Nolan, Sports People in OC16. Taking notes, and he's going to tell us all about the whys and the wherefores about this championship game on the next edition of Sports People.
Good setup for Aiea.
Here's Jordan Shibata,
15,
number 8 hitter.
Shibata.
He'll be followed by Sakurai, the shortstop, then top of the batting order. Bouncing ball to second, big high hop. Second baseman got to hurry, and the first baseman couldn't come up with it cleanly. Rodriguez juggled the ball, and when he did, Shibata got in there safely.
Yeah, Jack, on this replay, hits a bat on it, but you know, the quick grass, the ball just keeps going up the middle, and the second baseman went so hard for the ball, it just went across his body. Couldn't get much on it, and the first baseman just had to try and smother it. He got his no foot in the bag, as you can see.
And I don't think he came up with it cleanly either. And that time that big friendly hop didn't help because it really put the pressure on. There's a bunt third base side. Looks at second, throws to first. And you could tell Montgomery really wanted to throw to second base, didn't he?
You know, I think that's a very heads-up play. He fielded real cleanly, and he knows he has a strong arm. He takes a look right here, you know, boom. He's already anticipating it. Comes in, watch him. Boom, he's taking a look real quick, ready, repositions and fires the ball. Great fundamentals right there. Great play.
Well, that's a cannon for an arm at third base. Watanabe doubled his first time up as his fly ball eluded the diving Derek Malau in right field.
As you talked about it, they just brought him in just a little bit further. With the wind coming in, after the initial play down the line, Malau has
a base hit.
Shallow.
Oh, a diving attempt, and he can't come up with it. Sua Brown, and that hit will not advance the runner at second base.
You know, that's hard luck. I mean, that ball was just, you know, lined right here, as you can see. Sua Brown got a good jump. Got a glove on it, but as he followed through, he just scooted right through. And as a base runner, you have to pick up the ball. I think he couldn't see where the ball was, so he had to retreat. You don't want to get doubled off once you're in scoring position.
Now, you want to go, what, about a third of the way on something like that?
Well, you know, I mean, one terminology, I've heard some coaches.
Oh, there's a wild one.
Oh.
Both runners will advance. Shibata to third. Watanabe to second base.
Is you know, they might, even if you say get out halfway, you hear that a lot. You get out as far as you feel safe. Everybody's different, depending on their speed, you know, and the quickness, and agility. But that wild pitch is could be large, and I tell you right now, as the runner rounded third base, I believe Coach Kato might have been pointing either for him to get back, but there was contact. Looked like the third baseman hindered him as he was rounding the base.
Great opportunity for Naali'i. Swung on and missed. Had a pitch up around his shoulders. Dylan Libadisos.
We played Aiea in our preseason tournament, and you know, it was uncharacteristic of them to go after too many bad pitches. You know, generally as a team, they're very disciplined.
Second and third with one out. Big hitter here, fly ball right field. Runner tagging at third. Right fielder Malau makes the catch. Throws in, play at the plate, it's close, but he's safe. And we're tied at 1 as Shibata scores. And on that throw home, alertly, Taylor Watanabe goes to third.
Watch this, the catcher's going to have that plate blocked without even having the ball. You see how far out in front he is, and there's going to be some collision here. You know, it's lucky, you know, nobody, the legs didn't get tangled up. But I tell you, that was a great throw for Mailao. He had to wait for it. It kind of floated as it came down. He didn't get falling back on it and catch it coming in. But boy, he cut loose on that throw. You know.
1-1 game. Kepa Wong, the number 3 hitter, turns away from the inside pitch.
A very dangerous hitter against us. I believe he caught the game. They had Asher take a rest in the preseason, and I believe he had 3 or 4 hits. He peppered our fences back in February.
460 hitter. 14 RBIs. Swing, fisted, short left field, in and under Sua Brown to retire the side.
Wait, Dodds one there. You know, the wind just held that up for the left fielder.
So Aiea delivers a counterpunch to Kailua. We're tied at 1.
Check out the 7-Eleven party platters that are back again for a limited time. Not just 1, but 3 sushi platters. A chow mein yaki udon noodle platter, fried saimin platter, hot fufu platter, karaage mochiko chicken platter, mochi platter, and a bake-to-take quarter sheet cake. This party platter program ends July 6th, so pick up your brochure today. And all 12-pack varieties of Pepsi, Sierra Mist, and Mountain Dew are $3.99. Neighbor items $4.29. Make your party complete with 7-Eleven.
Over the years, the Trophy House has provided the winning look for teams, individuals, and any kind of organization or event that needs that special touch. Call the Trophy House for something as simple as a ribbon or as impressive as a Koa Bowl, plaque, or trophy using their state-of-the-art computerized laser engraving system. The Trophy House at 1301 South King Street, across from the First Hawaiian Bank building. Call 596-0455 the Trophy House.
Our Aiea team player, Taylor Watanabe. The reason the coaching staff at Aiea High School is selecting Taylor Watanabe because of the year he's having and what he has meant to the ball club. He's hitting a scorching .417 with 8 extra base hits. He's also stolen 7 bases in 8 attempts. Not only is his physical contributions a key factor in our success, but he also brings a sense of leadership and consistency that's needed around the clubhouse. A hard worker that knows only one way to play: all out. Our Pizza Hut team player, Taylor Watanabe of Aiea.
He's having a great year, and I tell you, some of those key words in that leadership.
Top of the fourth inning is number 8, center fielder.
Fourth inning.
Victory.
1-1 game. Good game so far here, Joe. Nelson Howe delivers to Cody Teixeira Vickery. Vickery, a strikeout victim his first time up. He's the number 5 hitter. Sean Sasaki and Sean Medeiros will follow. Teixeira Vickery, the center fielder, and the pitch. It's ball 2.
Now Cody's real, hits real hard to the left side of the field. As the last 2 times, I don't know if you can see it, but he's been stepping. He has that step slightly out. So he is susceptible to the outside pitch, outside slider.
They used to call it stepping into the bucket. 2 balls, 1 strike.
What Howell has to do is really concentrate and get Cody out. If you always want to get the first out.
Outside corner, the appeal. Edu Aiea at first base says no, he did not go around. 3 balls, 1 strike.
We call down quickly, and here we go on this replay. It's a little low. I wonder if we could see it from the side, man.
Yeah.
Like maybe you could tell. He didn't break his wrist, but
Pitch hit hard. Oh, bad hop. Great play by Kepa Wong.
Great job.
That ball could have decapitated him here. The way it was, it took a huge hop, and he had to very quickly adjust.
Yeah, on this, it was hit very sharply. A lot of power, inside out. Boom. Now, if that ball gets by him, who knows? That right fielder was more often to, further in right center. That ball may have gone to the fence. Power it had gone.
The ball is really scooting off of this field. Swung on and missed by Sean Sasaki.
The field is, it looks like it's manicured, but it must have caught something to have that hop. And here we have on the first pitch, loft speed breaking ball, and it got the guy all spread out. See?
Swung on and missed.
And you see that front side, you got to keep that front side closed. Hit against that front leg. They're stepping out a little bit, and they're way out in front. Their letters.
You lose power that way too, don't you?
You know what? You want your belt buckle, your knee, and everything right at the pitcher. You don't want to pass the pitcher. When you open up and have your letters showing past the coach or past third base, you're just so vulnerable to the outer half of the plate.
Strikeout number 3 for Nelson Howe. And with 2 out, remember, in the 3rd inning, there he swings through it.
Sasaki's a tough bat. And it's very strange to see somebody go on 3 strikes in a row for Kailua. They're tough batters.
I was about ready to mention that, remember, Kailua, first 2 hitters went out very quickly in the 3rd inning. And that's when they mounted their rally to score their run. Sean Medeiros, the catcher.
Some people might get bored about the game, but I like the chess match of the game, the strategy. And there's one thing about the game, no matter what size, etc., you always got a shot. It might look bleak, 2 outs, 2 strikes. Next thing you know, bam, momentum can change.
Went fishing.
The blink of an eye. There is always hope in life, huh?
Howe looked like he was using primarily the fastball the first go around, and now he's showing a lot more of that breaking ball slider here in this go around. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You know, person, I like to see him on that. The ball is shooting out there, but a little better follow through would help him out.
Swung on, foul to the right.
When he throws that ball like a sidewinder, it's really missing.
Medeiros bounced to short his first time up. There's his numbers again. 1-1. As you can see on the button in the top left-hand side of your screen. Howe rocks and fires. Swung on, popped up behind home plate.
Do you have a chance right in front of us?
Asher.
No, I heard it land behind us in the dirt. Yeah, I heard somebody yell at our cameraman. It must have just missed the guy in the tower.
Thought I saw John Nolan reaching out for that one. Could not come up with it cleanly, however. Now, both of these teams will advance to the state tournament, regardless of the outcome. And those familiar with the OIA format well aware. Swinging a bouncing ball left side. Diving stop in the hole. Sakurai will throw to first, but had very little chance of getting Medeiros.
I tell you, it was a great play just to dive, you know, show his ability there, his range. And he got up real quick and got rid of it, but with the speed there, there's no way.
Hit number 3 off of Howe, and with 2 out, here is Ryan Rodriguez.
Here we go in a hole, way deep
again
against the back edge of the 6-hole. Boom, look at that. Look how fast he gets up, no hesitation, and throws it. Look at that, he's not even really looking, but with that experience, you kind of get that ball by, you know, by that first baseman there. That's a real good graphic there.
Medeiros at first base, edging away with 2 out. Rodriguez, they're going to watch him closely. Let's check our statistics and see. Medeiros has no stolen bases during the regular season, according to cards. We've got a courtesy runner over there. That courtesy runner is Keahi Gu.
They seem to be real concerned with him. He has good wheels out there.
Now, Gu, on the other hand, has 3 stolen bases during the year, which is tied going into this game for the team lead. Oh, they got him picked off. Throw to second, and the shortstop, Sakurai, puts the tag on him.
Good.
1-3-6.
Good pickoff there.
Out stealing will be the ruling on it. No runs, a hit. Nobody left.
Here we got that graphic.
Still tied.
There he goes.
Yep.
Boom.
At Hawaii Pacific University, you don't have to give up the things you love to get a quality private education.
If you have digital cable and this remote, you'll want to watch the Road to Fame High School Championships presented by Price Busters. On Monday at 8 p.m., we'll feature 9 competitors, and you will select the 3 who will advance to the finals. Just push the A, B, or C color buttons on your digital remote. The results will be announced live at the end of the show, so watch and cast your vote. If you have yet to get digital, you can still watch to see if you agree with Hawaii's voting audience. It's Monday night at 8 p.m. only on OC16.
Our Pizza Hut team player for Kailua, Ho Obed. Ho is an outstanding worker on this baseball team, writes his coach. He comes to practice giving 100% every day. He is always looking for ways to improve his game. Just a sophomore, Ho Obed. And both of tonight's Pizza Hut team players will receive a plaque from the Trophy House. Congratulations, Ho Obed and Taylor Watanabe from Aiea.
2 excellent choices.
Our Pizza Hut team players.
You know, Jack, I met Boy a few years back. He's a transfer from University Lab School. And he used to be in my daughter's class up there. But he's a hard worker, both as a student and as a player. Very good choice.
Here we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-1, Aiea and Kailua. Aaron Asher, the catcher, cleanup hitter for Aiea. Aaron walked and got as far as second base and was thrown out at third base when a bunt attempt turned into a double play. Christopher Mahelona to work and a strike.
Well, there's a huge gap right up the middle. I don't think we can see the graphic right here, but second baseman seems to be pulled way over. Yeah, you see that he's pulled way over, and there's a huge gap right up the middle.
Pitch. Bouncing ball in the hole between third and short. Past the diving Jordan Montgomery. A base hit for Asher to start it off. And the Aiea bench, they were up on their feet and they were chanting. And
hear it. You know, there's not much of a gap here. You can see the replay. Look at that. Third baseman's diving. Ball was right through. Here again, right through the sixth hole. I tell you, he's got a good set of arms on him. I'm sure the weight program, you know, helps him out. But that ball hit sharply right through that little gap.
Courtesy runner. And at first base. Pitch outside. Aaron Sato. So that's the go-ahead run. Bryson Tajiri singled his first time. That one's low.
One thing about a courtesy runner rule, the courtesy runner is locked in. You can have a courtesy runner for a catcher or a pitcher if the pitcher is hitting. But you can't just use one player for both guys. You know, Sato is locked in to Asher.
2-0 pitch. Caught the outside corner. Says home plate umpire. Alan Komodo.
In that 2-0 though, you want to lay off anything that's, you're not looking for something sliding away.
You want a pitch you can handle if you're going to take a hack at it.
Oh, yeah.
Now the count's 2-2. Tajiri, the right fielder, to be followed by Justin Ni'i and Chase Kaiuvailani. Tajiri waits, and here's Mahelona. Sets, checks, delivers. Oh, handcuffed him. Oh, boy. Just overpowered him.
You know, it didn't even look like he was going to swing at it. And I guess he might have read a little spin on that ball and oops. But it's too late.
I got to do something here.
You know, that's really uncharacteristic. Tajiri's a very good hitter.
Third strikeout for Mahelona. Now Ni'i, who bunted into the double play. Ni'i, the DH. Sato at first. Pitch inside.
Real solid at the home plate. That ball just missed his arm.
The Aiea guys the hitters are not backing away.
Not at all. Well, I don't think either team is going to back away. They're pretty tough.
Of course, the umpire has at his discretion that the hitter needs to make some attempt to get away from the pitch. You lean into a pitch, he doesn't have to award
That's
your first base.
And you know, it happened in one game, last two, or maybe a few, I'm not sure, but there's a little controversy, players going over the plate.
Runner going. Foul back.
But, you know, umpire's right on it, and he has a call. If he feels that ball's over the plate, you know, it's not a bean. Boom. Strike.
So we're getting to the point in the game where a run looms kind of large here, doesn't
I thought they may have run on the previous batter, you know, do a little bunt and run or hit and run or something. They respect the catcher's arm, I tell you. He hadn't thrown anybody out at second, I believe, but boy, he's gunned some to third. He's gunned two already. But no, he does have a great eye.
Barcelona snap throw to first base. Brian Rodriguez, the first baseman. Diving back, Aaron Sato. There's Aaron. Ni'i, the hitter. Another throw to first base, but Sato that time not venturing nearly as far from the bag. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Mahelona. Strike. Painted the outside corner.
Boy, he's been throwing that ball real well. You know, we had a hard time seeing those silver numbers, and now Sato at first base, I believe the red dirt covered it up.
Mahelona's got a nice fluid motion, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Here's the pitch. Dropped down a little bit of a crossfire, trying to catch the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Well, the Kailua fans, I believe, were questioning or wondering about that one. I tell you, that just didn't miss by much. Good call, though.
Sato edging
by Mr.
first.
Kimoto.
Mahelona needs to be aware of him. Runner going, throw down, 1 hop, close, out. Credit Sean Medeiros for getting rid of that ball quickly.
Yes, he did. And the one thing is, on a field like this, as you can see on the replay, it is tailored real well. He lost the handle, but he bounced it right there. Got the guy in the knee.
But the footwork and the release were so quick, because it looked like Sato got a pretty good jump.
Looked like he did, and then also looked like there's lost a little bit initially on the handle, but very accurate, nice bounce. And there's nothing wrong with that. Biggest thing is the quick release and the accuracy.
There's ball 4. Watch it again. See how close it's. I think he got it.
Good call. Yes, he did.
Mark Maddox, the second base umpire, right on top of the play.
Didn't hesitate a bit.
Chase Kaihubailani struck out looking his first time. Runner at first now is Ni'i. Swing and a pop-up foul off to the right now to play.
You know, as we said before, you want to steal off the pitcher. And I tell you, Mahelona, what he did a few times there, and I believe he did on that play, is he dips his head a little bit, and the runner just can't get that, good jump. They don't know when he's going, but he moves a little bit. He lets him know he's there. He's looking at you.
A little glance, little dip of the head. Oh, throw over to first base. That was somewhat close.
Let's see how it goes. Boom, a little crossover and a dive. He's in there real good. I tell you, it's a little harder with a right-hander, sweeping the tag. You get a left-handed ball and get in closer, and boom, you can slap that tag down.
Pitch. Oh, baby, is it fair? Corner. Fouled on the left field line.
Oh.
Foul by only a couple of feet, if that.
Boy, can we get that on our tower camera there? That ball was a shot.
With 2 out, that could have chased.
Where can we see that ball land?
Landing. Ooh, that was closer than 2 feet. That's probably less than a foot.
It was foul. Brown was on that play all the way, but just barely foul.
Bailani swung on and missed. Overpowered him with the inside heat to retire the side. So Mahelona pitches out of trouble. A runner left. We're still tied at 1.
Hot from the hut. You come on a Pizza Hut. We got it the way you like. Taste the fun in each and every bite. 'Cause it's hot from the hut. You come on a Pizza Hut.
Right now, you can get a medium specialty pizza and your favorite one-topping pizza for just $17.99.
It's hot from the hut. You come on a Pizza Hut.
Spirit,
Welcome to Kailua High School, home of the Surf Riders. I'm Kahi Valdez. At our Freshman Orientation Day, staff members and leadership students work together to develop activities designed to help our freshmen make a positive transition to high school. We want their first day to be one that starts them on the road to success. At Kailua High School, we have school spirit and
personal pride.
School Spirit Personal Pride is brought to you by your Kama'aina Pizza Hut.
Some of the crowd down the let's see, that's down the left field line, yeah? Or is that the outfield camp?
No, that's third base line.
Ringing the field here at Mililani High School.
And then
that's a lovely setting up there.
Then we have another camera shot up there at the right field.
Top of the fifth inning.
There you go. Say hi, people.
First baseman Ryan
They're
Rodriguez.
into the game. They're not aware of the camera. No, somebody's aware of the camera.
Yeah.
They're kind of glancing over. Here we go to the fifth inning. Jack Weir's Joe Tom Jr. Glad you're with us here on OC16 for the OIA Baseball Championship. We got a good one here. 1-1, Aiea and Kailua here in the fifth inning.
Well, Jack, you know, both these teams know how to come back late. Against Mililani, I believe it was 2 outs, bases loaded in the fifth. They got a single to score that 1 run.
Ryan Rodriguez swings and fouls it back. He fouled out his first time up, the number 8 hitter. Derek Malau and then Michael Kailua to follow. Malau on deck has scored the only Kailua run.
And Kailua, as the graphic showed earlier, they come from behind the last 2 games.
Here is Nelson Howe to work a pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Checked his swing and pitch is low.
Good that he let go of that. He kind of got spread out on that off-speed pitch.
A well-played game. Both teams have executed. Here's the pitch. Crossfire outside.
Hey, Jack, Aiea has got number 18 up there. Bullpen. A little dirty, but Mr. Sato there is getting warm.
It's Aaron Sato, who was the courtesy runner. Bouncing ball, high chopper, deep short, gotta hurry, throw to first, diving head first, and they got him.
Good play, very good play. You know, the third baseman just missed that with a dive, but the shortstop was pulled over before the pitch. And you can't even see him on the screen right here. However, on the hit here, you can see him. He gets in front of the ball, the 6-0. Boom.
Sakurai gets rid of the ball and puts something on it.
He doesn't have a great gun, but he gets rid of it quickly, and he has enough on it to get it there. But good, sharp play.
That's a big play to start off an inning. You don't want that leadoff man aboard. Derek Malau walked, stole a base, and scored on Sua Brown's 2-out single. That took place in the 3rd inning. For Kailua, Aiea came right back and scored. The next half inning.
Through? Sure does.
Base hit center field. Malau with a single to center. Now let's see how Kailua and Corey Tengen plays it.
Gets the ball virtually down the middle and hits it right back up in the box. Aiea is very, mobile out there. I mean, the second baseman didn't miss by much, but even if he got that ball, Milau's, boom, he's down the line.
Milau has already stolen a base in this game. Check swing, he went around. A strike is ruled. Kailua 1 for 2. He singled in the 3rd. Kailua, the shortstop.
On the replay of the side camera here, boom, and he may not have broken his wrist, he may have, but the thing is that bat is way past the plate. Good call.
Kepa Wong, the first baseman, holding the runner on Malau.
You can't fool that camera angle.
Kailua takes a strike outside corner.
You know, Mailona has had some success in that outside corner, and here we have Ha'o throwing that hard one right there. Boom. Glove doesn't even move.
That's exactly where the catcher placed the glove. There's a line drive, right center field, base hit, fielded by the right fielder Chijiri, but racing to third is the base runner Mailau, and it's first and third with one out.
You know, on that hit, it looked as though Kailua got a little bit out in front. As you can see, he didn't get much pivot on. He was out in front, but he has good extension. He got good extension of the ball, and got some good aluminum on that ball. And here got Mailau coming to third base, and with his speed, boom. You know, he really didn't have to slide.
But he looked good doing it.
Looked good.
So here's Koa Sua Brown, the left fielder. He's knocked in the only Kailua run, as we mentioned, and has a chance to knock in a go-ahead run. His single to center in the third has been the scoring summary so far. Pitch. Go outside.
But you don't want to groove one here to Koa. He has good power. I've seen him take some deep to left center.
1 for 2 also grounded to short to hit the ball hard. That time swing and a foul tip. This is real dangerous territory for Aiea because Kailua has their best hitters arguably coming up. Koa Brown, the number 2 hitter, Jordan Montgomery, the 3 hitter, and Bronson Ho, the designated hitter. But they're really tough up and down the lineup.
Yes, they are. All of them are very aggressive.
1-1 pitch. Swing, and a grounder to second, to short for 1, to first 2, double play. Picture perfect.
Textbook. I tell you, that's I'm sure that's what they're hoping for.
From Watanabe to Sakurai, and his relay to Kepawong, doubling up Sua Brown.
We can do this.
We can help your dream grow. American Savings Bank. With hands jammed at lightning speed, few in Hawaii can touch Jake Shimabukuro. And for insanely fast speed on the internet, millions jam with Roadrunner High Speed Online. Pick from thousands of music tracks with Roadrunner. Download up to 50 times faster than dial-up. Exceed your speed with Roadrunner High Speed Online.
For a limited time, get Roadrunner for only $22.50 a month. Call 643-BEEP and order today.
Yeah, here we go, Jack, on that double play. Boom, they got pounded into the ground, and the second baseman comes and looks it right in, flips it nice and easy. Boom.
Wow. That's
you know, that's textbook. That'd be a great, you know, teaching video or something right there.
As pretty as you could want it.
That's right.
Bottom of the 5th inning, 1-1 game.
Hey, Jack, with this playoff comparison here and the 2 games they each played, you can see how the stats match up. Kailua has scored an average of 9.5 runs. Aiea 4.5. Runs allowed, though. Look at that. Aiea hasn't given up a run yet. Today is the first run in 3 games so far. Hits are even. Hits allowed, though. Look at that. And then home runs and home runs allowed are equal. But you know one thing in a big tournament, I tell you, pitching, they both have tough pitchers, but in a long tournament as well as next week in the States, if you got a hitting team and you can generate runs, watch out. Somebody's going to break it open here, and I tell you, they're getting late in the game.
Bottom of the 5th, Jordan Shibata. You know, guys in the truck before the game were talking about this. Is there a 10-run rule in this game? Well, I don't think that's coming into play at all.
I didn't hear that one. That first pitch just barely missed the batter.
Jordan Shibata has scored the only run for Aiea. Look at Look at the Aiea bench. They're into it. Pitch high. 3 balls, no strikes.
And Jack, can you understand what they're saying? Oh, they're dancing though. I don't know if you want your pitcher dancing too much, but late in the game. But they look like they're having a great time there. It's great to see.
There's some energy flowing.
Good clean cheering. Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Shibata, an infield hit. He takes a strike. Was sacrificed to second. Wild pitched to third and came home in a sacrifice fly.
You got Mahilona. Just look at that focus on him, and boom, he just hits that outside corner.
3-1 pitch. Puts it in there and fouled back by Shibata.
I know it's hard to let go, but boy, I tell you right there, 3-1 pitch. You're looking for something, belted below us, and that ball was up. I think that might have been ball 4 if he had let that go.
Shibata, there's Ryan Kato, the Aiea coach. There's ball 4, goes back to the screen, and Shibata, the number 8 hitter, is aboard again to lead off an inning. He led off the bottom of the 3rd and eventually scored.
On this replay, just hooked that ball a little bit. You see, held on to the ball a little bit too long. And with the entry of dirt, wild pitch, and they hustle a lot, but this catcher bounced on it, and with his arm, there's no way they'll take second. Well, we have the third baseman creeping in here for a possible bunt.
Johnny Sakurai sacrificed his last time up, and so he was an instrumental part of that run scoring. See,
one thing with this defense here, third baseman is far in, the right side. If you push that ball past the pitcher, you have a shot.
Third baseman Montgomery moving in, strike outside corner, a good pitch.
It's interesting after that first, showing of the bunt and taking it. Keeps them guessing up there on defense.
Here's Montgomery creeping in from third. The pitch, low.
Good block, good block.
You know what I like here is Sakurai is not committing himself too quickly.
At this point, it may not be as important because you can't see, but the third baseman is deep. I mean, he's very weight on the line. So he's going to be, if he bunts it too hard to the third base, they may get him at second, unless they pull a bunt and run here.
2 balls and a strike. Shibata dancing off first as the hitter Sakurai looks at ball 3.
Good discipline on that, I'm sure. One thing on a sacrifice bunt, you got to bunt strikes, and that's what he's trying to do here, Make the pitcher throw, make him work.
Remember, Mahilona pitched a few days ago, earlier in this tournament, and so I'm sure Kyle Tengen will keeping an eye on him.
There we go.
There's a bunt. Well placed.
He did his job. I tell you, it's important he got it away from the pitcher. On the replay, he's down, bunts that ball to the right side, pushes it a little bit. I tell you, if it got by him, watch out, because that gap right there on the screen may have allowed him to be safe. Now they got a runner in scoring position, threatening with 1 out. Just a single may score a run. Outfield, though, has crept in a little bit.
Taylor Watanabe, the hitter. I think I said Kyle Tengen, didn't I? It's Corey Shigo. All those rainbow second basemen.
I was trying to figure that one out. Let me see. The last time I saw Kyle wasn't here, but no.
Oh, you know what I meant.
I know.
Right? Swing and a foul back.
I can't quite see Corey with this fence in the way here, but tonight
plucky infielders, it's what I had in mind.
They'll wonder it when they watch the video.
Ooh, inside, he almost caught him leaning over the plate.
That was a reactionary thing. That's a good call by the first base umpire. You know, he's trying to avoid it, and you know, when you step in trying to torque into the pitch, he didn't go after that. There's a good picture of Corey and Dwayne there.
Watanabe a double and a single, and he strikes out this time. That's a big hitter.
Big out right there. Very disciplined hitter, and they went after that high ball there. Here he comes right at us. Ball slicing away. Good cut though, just missed it.
Fifth strikeout for Christopher Mahelona, and with 2 down. Libadiso's a wild pitch. Back to the screen. That was a real wild one.
Yep, that ball had some mustard on it, right over the head of the batter. We got Mahelona coming home. Boom. Cut under, got his elbow down, ball shot inside, and there we have our runner going to third. I tell you.
That's the second wild pitch he's thrown. Now remember, that first wild pitch was very instrumental in that only Aiea run scoring. Sacrifice fly immediately fouled. That won't happen here with 2 down, but now you got a runner only 90 feet away, where a number of things can score him rather than it takes a hit to the outfield from second base to chase him home. Libadisos waits, the 2-0 coming. Strike outside corner.
Then Jack, I believe he might be credited with just 2 wild pitches. I know he had another one, but it was ball 4. But he was way off the plate. Nevertheless, that one wide slider.
You're right.
But yeah, it was a ball 4. Just missed low.
3 balls, 1 strike.
You know, this is the hitter's count right here. The averages are quite high at 3 and 1. Mahelona, he still got some good steam in the ball, you know, after pitching the other day, and good movement. What I like about our camera shots is you can see his determination, you know, his head in the eyes.
3-1 pitch called strike. He's taking all the way. There's a good look at Christopher Mahelona. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Big pitch coming here. Swing and a bouncing ball left side, third baseman. Charging, throwing. Got him.
Great play.
Nice play by Montgomery to retire the side.
If that ball took 1 more bounce, runner would have scored. He did a great job getting over there.
No runs, no hits, a man stranded at third. A great pitcher's duel here in the title game. We're tied at 1.
When good times call for a decorated cake, the cake artist at Napoleon's Bakery will custom create a unique masterpiece. Whatever the occasion, Napoleon's Bakery makes the cake, and the cake artist makes the difference.
Sending your team to the Nationals? And you gotta raise funds? Zippy's Benefit Chili is a proven winner. And now you can earn more than ever.
I go over to Danny's house.
How come?
He could order movies from his TV.
Danny has the sci-fi channels.
What?
Sci-fi.
What?
You know, Danny has 43 music channels.
No kidding.
Oceanic Time Warner Cable brings you the latest in digital cable products, like HBO On Demand, where you can watch your favorites whenever you want. Tune in to what's next.
Hey, catch a retelecast of all the OIA championship action here Sunday and Monday at 8:30 p.m. right here on OC16, your station for the OIA. Jaguars Joe Tom Jr. Glad you're with us. Great game.
Yep, you gotta see this game more than once. I'm telling you, there's a lot of good pitching, a lot of good, plays.
These are 2
pressure plays.
2 championship caliber teams that are playing like championship teams. As we go to the 6th, Jordan Montgomery, who made the fine play to end the last half inning. He made that play look easier than that play was.
Oh, yeah.
That bouncing ball to third.
He cut way across. He was over at least 50% of the way. From the shortstop, he made that play.
Here's the pitch. Yep,
And if that ball had bounced, and the shortstop being back, that ball had taken another bounce, runners down the line, and run scored.
There's Montgomery. He has popped out and walked in this game. Crossfire outside. Nelson Howe. Yeah.
Nelson started out the inning real good with an off-speed pitch. At Kailua, they look for the fastball, late in the inning, especially if somebody's in trouble or they sense it, and they're going to jump on that fastball. That off-speed, curve, threw him off on the first pitch. The thing Howell can't do right now is walk this lead batter.
He has done a good job to this point. He has not allowed that leadoff man to get on base yet. There's Corey Shiga, a.k.a. Kyle Temkin. Called strike in the inside corner.
He almost looked like he was trying to lean into that one a little bit. Little curveball there, but that was right over the plate. See, look how close he is to. I don't know if you can see his feet, but he is so close to that plate.
3-2 pitch.
We have some room. We have some room.
First baseman in foul territory, kept it alive.
But I tell you, that's a huge out. Montgomery, a good power hitter. And of course, now we have a bigger power hitter coming up here.
Bronson Ho, he has lined to center and grounded to first. He has hit the ball hard on both occasions. There's Bronson. One to one here in the sixth inning of a scheduled 7-inning game. Ho waits, and he swings through that pitch. The winds have just about died down. They've been in the pitcher's favor here.
The tree
kind of
just off
blowing
to
in
your left is moving a little.
1-1 pitch.
Good pitch.
Good something off of that one and painted
We're kind of like in a little
corner.
sunken valley, kind of like at Stanford, that sunken stadium. So I tell you, if you hit that ball up in the
something's going to happen
sky
up
there,
there.
it's going to hold it up. I'm sure that wind is still blowing.
Pitch misses. Yeah, you look at the very tops of the Norfolk Pines and you see a little wobbling up there.
This is like playing in Hans L'Orange. Sometimes you're down with the grandstand and it doesn't feel like anything, but boy, when that ball gets in the jet stream, it's gone since it blows out. Here, it's a little bit different with the wind blowing in.
2-2 pitch. Hits it in the air, right field.
Short right field there.
Man, this is a mile high. And coming in, so there it was. The wind is blowing in because, the right fielder just kept kind of inching in. And there's 2 down. As Ho flies to right field, and here's Teixeira Vickery.
The respect for Teixeira Vickery here. Left fielder is playing extremely deep. Center field up there and up the middle and shallow right fielder.
We didn't miss that by much.
Not really. Just got under it. And then we have some good communication.
Vickery looking for his first hit.
That was a good graphic there of him stepping out. Great shot from the center field camera.
Strikeout and hit the ball hard to first base and took a great play by Kepa Wong to keep him off base last time. Breaking ball low and outside. Boy, the temptation would be throw nothing but sliders in the outside corner, huh?
I'm telling you, you're going to have to work. There's a lot of respect for Teixeira here, and they're going to have to keep it away. I mean, he hits the ball a ton to the left side. And
1-1 pitch. Again, they checked his swing. And that pitch was probably outside the strike zone. I think.
Yes, it was a good breaking ball, good sharp breaking ball. One giveaway there is when you got letters that big on your arms. That means your arms are going to be that big enough to put them on. But no, he's a very strong boy. Good football player as well. And he's been a dangerous hitter here for about 3 years on the Vars.
Here's the pitch. He took it 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And a few Aiea fans here moaning and groaning, but Asher was set off the plate quite a bit. They're trying to get Cody there to fish.
Yep. Teixeira Vickery was a catcher on that state championship team of a couple of years ago. Was a starting catcher. He's kind of
he's versatile. He's I believe he's thrown a little bit, and he's played the of course he's in center field now, but he
pitch.
Oh boy, I tell you, he just missed out by a little, just a smidge.
4th strikeout for Nelson Howe. As he breezes through the top of the 6th, now it's Aiea's turn. Bottom of the 6th, 1-1.
Basketball isn't Evan Nagao's game. At least not yet. But when it comes to yo-yos, nobody's likely to put on a better show than Evan. Which is kind of like Hawaii Dental Service. HDS is the state's largest dental benefits carrier, with over 500,000 subscribers right here in Hawaii. Hawaii Dental Service, Hawaii's first dental plan, is still Hawaii's best dental plan.
Check out the 7-Eleven party platters that are back again for a limited time. Not just 1, but 3 sushi platters. A chow mein yaki udon noodle platter, fried saimin platter, hot fufu platter, karaage mochiko chicken platter, mochi platter, and a bake-to-take quarter sheet cake. This party platter program ends July 6th, so pick up your brochure today. And all 12-pack varieties of Pepsi, Sierra Mist, and Mountain Dew are $3.99. Neighbor items $4.29. Make your party complete with 7-Eleven.
Hey, this Monday night at 8 o'clock, time to vote again and see who will be the final 3 to sing at the Road to Fame High School Finals. Then next Monday, it's the Grand Finals live here once again on Oceanic Time Warner. Digital customers will be able to vote with their digital remote and help pick the winners, who will divvy up $5,000 in cash sponsorships Mondays at 8 p.m. only on OC16.
Great. Isn't that something?
State
you can
of the
vote,
art.
Vote from your couch.
American Idol has nothing on these guys. You know.
Yep. No phone call. Nothing. You watch and just press your remote. What is it? A, B, or C or something?
You know. And if you're a couch potato like us, you're golden.
Don't let my wife hear that.
Wait a minute. You can order pizza on your remote. Have you tried that?
Yeah, I'd like to order Jamba Juice.
There you go. Hey, here's Kepa Wong. Because we've got a great game here. I guess we shouldn't forget about the game, huh?
Oh, this is a great game.
Kepa Wong, the number 3 hitter, then Aaron Asher and Bryson Tajiri.
You know, like they say, it's sad. There's only going to be 1 winner, but I thought these are going to be 2 terrific representatives for the OIA next week in Maui.
There's the pitch, a strike, and you know these are 2 number 1 seeds. Here's that last pitch. Still throwing well.
Still throwing well. Still painting that outside corner.
Wong has bounced out and flied out. Pitch outside. But this was a very balanced year in the OIA, wasn't it?
You know, I thought it was a lot of parity. I mean, you know, it went down to the last day to find out who was going to qualify. But I remember reading that article about Couple A, you know, and one thing about that team, everybody returns. I think they only have juniors, right? I think juniors, sophomores and below.
Lele Hua gave Aiea all they could handle. Aiea was fortunate to, and Lele Hua was one of the lower seeded teams.
Lele Hua, I believe, missed the playoffs. Just barely.
Right.
You know, they had a very tough team. We played them in the preseason. They had some good pitching, good aggressive, ball players there. And even on the East, it went on to the last day to figure out who was going to be in the top 6.
3-2 pitch. Hit in the air.
Yeah, he got spread out on that. He got
right fielder under, and Malau makes the catch. That is 1 away.
And he went a long way for that ball. He was, you know, since that first inning, he's more towards the line. So to get to that right center, you know, as you see, he went quite a ways for that ball. He had to zero in on it. That was a very high fly. And the ball flutters a little bit in that wind, but he did a good job.
Another good testament that there is a little bit of wind up there. Aaron Asher has walked and he has singled, so he's been on base twice. And he hits it in the air to center. Drifting back, Teixeira Vickery now settles under it and will take it for out number 2.
Yeah, I'll tell you, like what any coaches will tell you, pop-ups are the next worst thing to a strikeout. You know, and I tell you, in this park, it's unforgiving. Got under it, you know, kind of opened up a little bit, got under it, head up in the air, and you know, just straight up jet stream.
With 2 out. The pitch is lined foul. Bryson Tajiri, the right fielder, singled, and he has struck out.
You know, at no time any of these teams can feel safe. Even with 2 outs, you know, Kailua scored. Tajiri here, I mean, he's a good batter. He gets on base. He's got good wheels. You never know.
1-1. Swing and a base hit right center field.
Let me go for extra bases.
Racing around first. Tajiri will go into second.
Oh, boy,
could have been close.
It would have been close. The only thing, though, that relay was real close to each other, and it might have been in between bounds. Maybe not, but it possibly could have been. But yeah, their only shot, the only shot. That is a nice swing there, and he's off to the races. Center fielder surrounds the ball real well, comes in, fires it well. And, you know, the only shot you're going to have is you got to go through. Let that ball through.
I think he's safe if that ball goes through, but it would have been an interesting play.
Shortstop has good hands. He might have snagged it.
Go ahead run at second base with 2 down, Justin Ni'i. He has bunted into a double play, and he has walked.
Well, Kailua did it a few innings ago, and Aiea duplicated. One single could score this run.
Check that. We've got Lance Powell as a pinch hitter. Bouncing ball to third. Throw to first, and he got him. So Powell, who had a big pinch hit the other day, grounds to third, and that ends the threat. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the 7th and final scheduled inning. We're tied at 1.
Hey, Keiki Club members, check out these great offers.
Present your OKC card at Hawaiian Waters Adventure Park for an unbeatable discount on annual passes. Purchase one at the regular price and get one free. That works out to less than $6 a month. And the next time you're hungry, make Zippy's your next stop. Show your card at any Zippy's restaurant to receive 10% off the entire dine-in or takeout menu.
For more information about Oceanic Keiki Club, visit our website at www.oceanic.com.
If you have digital cable and this remote, you'll want to watch the Road to Fame High School Championships presented by Price Busters. On Monday at 8 p.m., we'll feature 9 competitors, and you will select the 3 who will advance to the finals. Just push the A, B, or C color buttons on your digital remote. The results will be announced live at the end of the show, so watch and cast your vote. If you have yet to get digital, you can still watch to see if you agree with Hawaii's voting audience. It's Monday night at 8 p.m. only on OC16.
This letter will be 20, second baseman.
Okay, Aiea, a little history lesson. Last time they reached the finals, 96. Last time they won an OIA title, 94. They've won more OIA baseball titles than any other school with 6. And here's Nelson Howe trying to make it a 7. You're here in the 7th inning of a 1-1 game. Sean Sasaki has struck out twice. There is ball 2. Now Kailua has maybe this is an advantage. Kailua's been in a couple of very tough games here in the quarterfinals and in the semifinals, and have had to even rally in the final inning. Here's the pitch. Oh, he didn't miss by much. Ball 3.
You know, this is may consider the latter half of the order, but you know, if you're gonna ever walk Sasaki and you know, put guys on, you got some speed in the base, smart base runner. Very dangerous. You know,
3-0 taking all the way.
Oh yeah, you're going to be very picky on this pitch too late in the game, but you can't give a free pass in this situation.
Sasaki hits it foul. Had a good cut.
Yeah, he turned on that real well.
Nelson Howe has gone all the way. In 6 innings of work, he's given up 1 run, 5 hits, struck out 4, and walked 2 by our unofficial count. Tell a very tough hitting Kailua team in relative check. There is ball 4. There is the go-ahead run leading off, and that's the first time Kailua has had their leadoff man aboard.
Wow. But not an opportune time for Aiea to let Kailua get on base. Last pitch looks like a slider curveball down low. You know, took a lot to let that last pitch go.
Sean Medeiros, the catcher, shows bunt, and that goes back to the screen.
You know, Sean, he didn't play. I don't know if he played against us. Well, he didn't catch against us anyway. But you know, he's down early. Aiea might want to watch out if they come down too early. He might just slash one right down the throat.
Medeiros has one sacrifice bunt this year. Kailua doesn't play those type of games, generally speaking, where this is generally a big inning team that will outscore their opponents. This has been a finesse game all the way.
We played in the last game of the season and went to the 16 at 2-1. But the close games, you know, it's in their arsenal. They'll bunt that ball.
There's a good bunt. Field by the first baseman. Throw to Taylor Watanabe, the second baseman. Kepawong to Watanabe. Sacrifice accomplished. And Sean Sasaki goes to second base.
Yeah, that was a good job. He's down there looking for that ball. Has that bat out in front. Pushes it. A good job getting it by the pitcher. But good coverage there by the first baseman. Now they have a running scoring position. And Rodriguez is a dangerous batter as well.
Rodriguez fouled out, and he has bounced out, retired on a good play by the shortstop Sakurai last time up. Swing, line drive, left field. This will fall in, base hit, racing around third. Throw home will be too late, and Kailua has taken the lead on an RBI single by Ryan Rodriguez, scoring Sean Sasaki.
You know, that's just how it pans out sometimes. You got to walk, good place, you know, execution, bunt there, and then boom, you got a line shot down the line. I feel that a good throw, but look how deep he is when he's going to execute his throw. You know, when you got speed, boom, Sasaki just home.
Derek Mailau, the right fielder. He has walked and scored, and he has singled. Runner going. Popped up, short left field, racing in, and now settling under it, Kaihu Vailani. And he makes the catch.
Yeah, they wasted no time there. You know, time and time again, it's nothing fancy. Boom, they score a run. Next pitch, you know, people are, might be contemplating what had just happened. Boom, it's a hit and run. You know.
With 2 down, here is Michael Kealoha.
It's fortunate that Howell threw the ball up high, so the guy couldn't get down on the ball.
Here's the pitch. Whacked on the ground to Hopper. Sakurai over to Watanabe, and that does it in the top of the 7th. But Kailua has punched across a run. They go to the bottom of the 7th, 3 outs away from a 4th straight OIA title.
Over the years, the Trophy House has provided the winning look for teams, individuals, and any kind of organization or event that needs that special touch. Call the Trophy House for something as simple as a ribbon or as impressive as a Koa Bowl, plaque, or trophy using their state-of-the-art computerized laser engraving system. The Trophy House at 1301 South King Street, across from the First Hawaiian Bank Building. Call 596-0455. The Trophy House.
MyTV. It's the cool club for young adults ages 13 through 20. And now MyTV brings you discounts from these great sponsors. If you've got a big-time thirst, come into 7-Eleven. Buy one 28-ounce Super Slurpee Strata and get one free. And make your next stop Zippies. Show your MyTV card and get 10% off the entire dine-in or takeout menu. And hey, if you're not already a MyTV member, what are you waiting for? Sign up today by calling 625-8100.
And returning to Mililani, there's a look. Beautiful setting, by the way. OIA titles, Aiea with 6, Kailua 3 outs away from moving into second place all by themselves with 5. But Aiea, who has claimed those 6 titles, don't count them out just yet. Bottom third of the batting order, and here is Christopher Mahelona. Mahelona will go to work, and there is a strike to chase Kahuvailani. We'll check that. We've got Dustin Grace into the game. He hits it on the ground. Great play by the third baseman. Wow, as he played a great game, Jordan Montgomery. Retiring Dustin Grace. If there's a defensive star of this game, I'd have to say it's Montgomery at third base. And now we got a pinch hitter with 1 out. Mahelona now 2 outs away.
Pinch hitter. Number 14, Miyashiro.
James Miyashiro come in, and he'll hit for Jordan Shibata. Interestingly enough, he's hitting for someone, Shibata, who has been on base twice, and Shibata scored the only run of the game for Aiea. Here's Miyashiro as Mahelona pours in strike 1. Miyashiro swings through one, and he's quickly in a hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Johnny Sakurai waits on deck. 1 out, 7th inning of a 7-inning game. Here's the pitch. Low. Smothered by Sean Medeiros. Here's the next one. Bounced right side, first baseman. This should be no problem, and Ryan Rodriguez makes it 2 down.
Well, you can feel it right now. The crowd's getting into it from Kailua on the left side here. And they're just 1 out away.
Kailua, the last few years, has just pummeled teams. This game, they have done it with great pitching and just great execution, both offensively and defensively.
Very solid today.
Sakurai has sacrificed both times.
Third baseman has made a ton of plays today.
Montgomery has been sensational at third, and this young man, Christopher Mahelona, has been outstanding. He's had very little margin for error in this game. When you stop and think in a championship game, he's had to make big pitches every inning. Here's the pitch. A Called strike on the outside corner.
All game long. He owns that outside corner all game long. Here on the replay, that focus, boom, step, drive, and bam, look at the glove. Right there, right in that glove.
Here's the next one. Didn't get the call. A little outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Kailua bench is alive. Here's the 3-1 pitch.
Well, they got a little life.
Ball 4. Well. A little too much adrenaline going on right now.
Could be, but on that play, you can see his elbow was down. He kind of threw a little in-shoot. Snuck up high and inside. You know, right now, he's just going to have a nice little chat with Mailona, but he's not coming out. You know, they want him to finish this game. I'll tell you right now, the adrenaline flowing, he wants to finish this game.
Now the top of the batting order, Taylor Watanabe, he's doubled, he is singled, and he is struck out. Runner at first, Sakurai.
Second baseman, Taylor Watanabe.
Sakurai's got a couple of stolen bases. Not that he would steal here, but he has that type of speed. Here's the pitch. A called strike to
That's
Watanabe.
what you like to see. Right after a conference, boom, bulldog it, come right back in there and fire a strike. Get ahead.
Watanabe, the second baseman, hits it. Right field side, foul. Looked like he had a notion of what he wanted to do.
I don't think Aiea really wants to run now, especially after, you know, seeing that the catcher can throw out the runners. Mailona's not giving them a big jump either. You know, and you don't want to end the game. You know,
no,
at second base.
What they'd like is a gapper right there.
I tell you, well, 0-2, got his work cut out for him.
Mailona will throw over to first base just to make that base runner aware of his presence. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down.
Open up that strike zone here.
Mailona. Ground ball to short. Juggle. Throw to second. Oh, not in time. And there's still life for Aiea. Looked like the ball hit his glove right on the heel.
You know, it looked like a routine play, and as we see here, it just takes, you know, 2 bounces. Oh, it just hit him in the heel. Looked like he had his head down, but he just missed it.
Okay, we've got some excitement here, and now Libidizos.
Here we go. A single can tie it up. Gapper can win it.
He has knocked in the only run. Strike at the knees. Libidizos sacrifice fly in the 3rd inning. Chased home the only Aiea run. Got a chance here. Runner at second is Sakurai. Swing and a foul back. He's behind in the count now.
I'm sure Mailona feels it right now. You know, he almost got out of it from the last batter, and he's got 0-2 again. He's in control. He's in command.
7th inning, 1 out away from a 4th straight title. Kailua. Pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's the type of pitch you want to throw in that situation.
Yeah, nothing fat. Expand it a little bit. Blown away. Nothing wrong with that.
Ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and popped back.
It's out of here.
Mailona has had to work in this inning. He retired the first 2 hitters efficiently, then a 2-out walk, and then an error. Pitch popped up foul.
Fly, it's out of here again. Not by much, but yeah, no one wants to strike out, but I tell you, you don't want to have a pop-up here. Dylan's going to have his best at bat right now.
Libidizos, the center fielder. Also has a strikeout and a ground out fly ball right field. Right fielder Malau is there. He's got it. And Kailua has won a 4th straight OIA title.
What a great job. That's a performance by Mahilona.
A thrilling game. A great pitcher's duel. A final score of 2-1, and Kailua has handed Aiea their first defeat of the 2003 season.
That's correct. Take your hats off to Kailua. They won 3 one-run games.
Both of these teams, you said it before, Joe, are going to be game representatives in the state tournament. We'll be back with more. And our player of the game, our athlete of the game, coming up.
When good times call for a decorated cake, the cake artist at Napoleon's Bakery will custom create a unique masterpiece. Whatever the occasion, Napoleon's Bakery makes the cake, and the cake artist makes the difference.
Sending your team to the Nationals? And you gotta raise funds? Zippy's Benefit Chili is a proven winner. And now you can earn more than ever.
Try that on the mainland.
Was a thriller. 2-1 with Kailua pushing across a run in the 7th inning. And now down on the field with our Zippy's athlete of the game. There he is. 5 strikeouts, a complete game, 115 pitch game. Christopher Mahilona. And Joe Tom Jr., ask that guy about his pitching performance today.
Well, Chris, congratulations. You're our Zippy's player of the game. Did a great job. Here you go.
Thank you.
Nice trophy there. Blue, all tailored for you. How do you feel after this 115 pitch complete performance?
Very tired, very tired. My defense helped me out a lot, and as you can tell, they're always there for me, and I guess they came through in the end for me. It was mainly just the defense. The team helped out so much.
Great job. And you only had about, what, day and a half, 2 days rest? Didn't you pitch on Thursday?
Yeah.
About 4 innings, 90 pitches or so?
Yeah, that's right. After that game, I was actually tired myself, and my coaches asked me, "Are you tired?" And I said, truthfully, yeah. And they said, "Well, get ready. You're going to pitch a championship." And I was like, okay, let me in there.
That's great. At any time during the game, did you feel, weary, your back, your arm, or?
I was tired the whole game. My elbow was dropping. I wasn't coming through a lot, but the defense helped me out so much. The team was just perfectly there and everything.
Yes, they did play great defense, and a few times, as you can see in the video later, your elbow did drop here and there, but I tell you painted that outside corner so well. Were you just trying to bite away at them?
I guess today's objective was to hit the outside, We figured go with the win, if we can get them to pop it up, our defense will take care of it, and that's what we tried to go for, so the outside was right where we wanted it.
Great job, and it's special. OC16 we were proud to cover the girls winning the state championship as well as the OIA, and now the boys won one.
Yeah, it's our turn now, so we just gotta go with the states and give it all we got, and try and come back like the girls.
Well, good. Congratulations and good luck, and best wishes in the states. Back to you, Jack.
Thank you, Joe, and congratulations again to Chris Mahilona on a complete game victory. Outstanding performance as Kailua wins a 4th straight OIA title, playing some outstanding defense. 2-1 the final here. Each team with 6 hits. Kailua punching across a run in the final inning. So for Director Greg Kozaki, producer John Brecky, and executive producer Mitzi Lejano, I'm Jack Weirtz for Joe Tom Jr. Thanks for watching. It's been a good one. The OIA Boys Baseball Championship goes to Kailua with a final score of 2-1. Thanks for watching, everyone.